What's going on, guys? It is Lone Courier here, and I'm here to give you guys something different for once, and that's going to be a walkthrough on Doom. Now, it's going to be for the final boss. So, well, you've probably seen the thumbnail and you've probably seen the title. So yes, if you played the original Doom game, and if you managed to beat the original Doom game, you will remember this boss, the Spider Mastermind. Now, in this game, Olivia Pierce is like the primary antagonist, and it's always kind of confusing because it's like, right, like, why is she the bad guy? I mean, yeah, she's done some pretty bad shit, but you know, she's still a fucking human. And by the end of the game, you know, you confront her, and she gets sucked up and turns into the Spider Mastermind from the original game, which is fucking awesome. That is fan service right there if you've played the original Doom. So this is a really fucking hard boss fight. Originally I said the original hardest boss fight before I finished this probably would have been the two hell guards that you have to fight, you know? You kill one of them and then two of them pop up at the same time. That was quite hard. When you start getting used to how to kill the Spider Mastermind, I'd say the hell guards are the hardest. But for when you start playing it and you don't know what you're doing, this is the hardest boss. So first off, I recommend upgrading your health and armor fully, because if you die and you reset, you know, if you die, quit the game, you come back, I think it refills your health and armor. I'm not too sure about that bit, but yes. Now, the first thing you're probably thinking about doing when you get into this boss fight arena is to just whip out the BFG. I absolutely recommend against that. I recommend not using your BFG much until the end of the boss fight. Now, the main weapons that you're going to be using, shock horror, is the double barrel shotgun. Now, you're probably thinking, are you fucking serious? Now, I am being serious, actually. It is possibly one of the best weapons to get kills on her. The main reason for that is because you need to get up close. She's not really got an up close attack. She has got a long range attack and a mid range, but she's not really that good at close quarters. Mainly she does a side swipe with her leg, which is a bit of an okay attack at close range, but it's not that good, you know. Generally she is a lot better at long range and medium range than she is at short range, so you need to take that and use it to your advantage with a super shotgun. Try and get up close, use your movement as much as you can. With the pillars that there is in the area, you want to try and boost from those to the other ones, just so you have the height advantage on her. Keep shooting her in the brains. That is one thing that you need to just keep in mind, like, throughout this boss fight. Don't waste your ammo trying to go for any other parts than the brains, because you're not going to do as much damage and you're just going to waste your ammo. Now, ammo is seriously a limited concern in this situation. I think there is 2 BFG rounds in this area. You know, there's 2 spare shots for the BFG, so that's not saying go mental with it if you've got full BFG capacity. Do try and keep it, like, you know, topped up and full. So yes, mainly what you want to do when you get into the area is, I'd say the best recommendation for weapons is probably the weapon mod for the rocket launcher of Lock On Burst, and you want to have it fully upgraded because, you know, it does the most damage when it's fully upgraded, and it just generally helps you more. What you want to do is you want to just keep firing the trio of barrage rockets into your brains. That really does work. That really does work the best. Generally, there's a few other guns that work quite well. I'd say the assault rifle with the rocket attachment, that tends to work pretty well. A few other ones that work is siege mode on the Gauss cannon, but it's not worth using unless you've got the attachment that lets you move in siege mode. You know, there's no point in using siege mode normally because it stops you from moving, and when you're fighting the Spider Mastermind, movement is what you want to have. You know, you want to keep your movement up. So it generally is an okay bit of idea to keep using the rocket launcher. When you get her down to half health, she starts using alternating attacks, which is when she will electrify the floor, which you want to keep off the floor and get onto the pillars. But when you're on the pillars after a while, spikes will come out of it, which will do damage to you, and then the floor will you'll see the electric and whatnot that's on the floor, like the fog, kind of disperse. So as soon as you see the fog start to disperse, get off of the platform. It takes a while to master it, but once you get used to it, it is really easy, this boss fight. Now I'm not saying it's ridiculously easy, but it generally is easier than the Cyber Demon might, in my honest opinion. You know, you just want to keep your movement up, you want to play smart as well, don't play like an idiot. Keep your BFG full of ammo, or, you know, just try and keep your BFG with at least 2 shots in it. That generally is pretty good advice right there. And a few other things is be sure to use your grenades as well. I'm not too sure if hollow grenades actually work on her, but siphon grenades would definitely be quite good if that does work on her, because that steals her health and gives it back to you. I know it works for imps and normal demons. I'm not too sure if it works on her, but it's good advice right there. Generally, the super shotgun is one of the best weapons to try and kill her, believe it or not. You wouldn't think it would be, but it generally helps when you're up close. Another one would be the chain gun with the mobile turret, but I'm not too sure because that tends to burn through ammo really quickly. But seriously, this is one of the best boss fights in this game. You know, it's just everything in this boss fight is just so good. You know, the challenge of the actual boss as well is great. You know, it's almost like, Jesus Christ, dude, when did this game turn into Dark Souls? You know, the music in the background is great, and the ending for the game as well. It's not really much of a big story ending or anything. Obviously, if you're this far into the end of the game, I'll play the ending at the very end of the video if you want to watch it. But yes, you kill her with a big BFG shot right through the brains, which is just fucking awesome. But yes, this is quite a challenging boss fight, so it's going to take you some time to get used to it if this is your first attempt to try to kill the Spider Mastermind. And yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If there's any other videos you want to see me do, you know, if you want to see me cover how to kill the Cyber Demon, that I can do that. You know, the Cyber Demon, I usually find there's no tactics to killing him. It's just you want to keep spamming everything you've got at him. You know, it doesn't really end up using tactics to kill the Cyber Demon. It's just, you know, you want to keep killing him. You want to just keep hitting him with everything you've got. But the Spider Mastermind generally, you know, it requires some amount of tactics. Another attack that she'll do is very similar to one of the ones that the Cyber Demon uses, which is with this big beam thing that he just launches at you. You need to jump over the first one and like dodge the second one. And what she'll do is she'll kind of like go into this crouch kind of position, and she'll like use these lasers. The first one, you know, it moves around in a circle. So the first one you want to jump over, and the second one you want to crouch. It just, you know, it generally will do a lot of damage to you. It is a little bit hard to keep your health up in this boss fight, so I will say that is true. But, you know, as soon as you get used to attacks and whatnot, it's easy enough to keep yourself at full health. So full health upgrades on the Argent upgrades is definitely recommended. I always recommend that for any playthrough anyway. It gives you the most health, most hit points, and, you know, it really is helpful when you run out of armor that you've still got at least 200 health to back you up. You know, it definitely is worth upgrading that. Make sure you've got plenty of ammo, full upgrades. By that point, you've probably upgraded everything in the game. You know, you've probably got enough Argent cells to upgrade every one of your, like, things. So you've probably got full health, full armor, and full ammo. Because you're definitely going to need the ammo in this boss fight. Trust me, you're definitely going to run low. Another few things is she will actually drop health and armor periodically. Health and ammo, don't think she drops armor. Chainsaw is useless in this boss fight. It will not work as with the Cyber Demon. So don't even try and use a chainsaw, because you're just going to get yourself killed, or you're going to lose a shit ton of health that you're going to need in another situation. So best way to kill the Spider Mastermind is just to keep smart, play smart, and it will definitely get a lot easier for you. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been the Lone Courier. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.